Okay, today we're talking about the universities in South America. My first time prayer walking the university in South America was in Peru, way up in the mountains of the Andes, in a town called Huaraz. And there were armed guards on the outside of the university because it was during a time of the Shining Path. It was a time of terrorist violence and confusion about what mobilization was like and how the university was used for the purpose of mobilizing leftist ideas. Does that sound familiar? Well, it's certainly not a new idea. Though, as I said a few days ago about the University of Paris, the university has always been a place of agitating with ideas that are not yet proven ideas necessarily. And those ideas do get tested in society. They do get challenged, and ultimately they get sussed out, as they would say, I think, in Great Britain. They get tested in society. And what you want to do is to give freedom for inquiry in a university. But when you put armed guards on the outside of a university, that's locking down the freedom of inquiry to some extent, isn't it? And when we create safe spaces in our universities today, we're creating an atmosphere where there's a desire for freedoms, but there's actually a resistance to ideas that would be threatening to the comfort of the students. And so a real university is a university with the free inquiry, where ideas are challenged, but they are also given room and space to be tested. And this is the prayer I have for Latin America, all of South America, and the universities there, but also for our universities around the world. I was in Ecuador 4 years ago, and I was given opportunity to come into an MBA class and taught about, I guess it was about 50 students, and the professor sat down and listened to this lecture as well. And I taught a lot about truth, and I taught a lot about certainly God's truth, but went to some Newtonian physics and talked about the idea that the reason they're studying for an MBA is because they're afraid. They desire control. And really, to walk in faith is to be without fear. Perfect love casts out fear. And if you come into an MBA with a desire to love your neighbor, to honor God and make a difference in society for the good, then you're not learning to get control. You're learning how to serve. And this all ties together with what I'm saying about freedom of inquiry. If I had not been allowed, for example, to come in and lecture to those students, then perhaps they would remain in a place of fear. But we need the free exchange of ideas, and the ideas include the free exchange of the gospel on campus, the biblical Christian worldview in our university campuses. Because absent the biblical Christian worldview, society is toast. We're just not going to make it. So pray for open inquiry, for the freedom of the gospel to spread into university communities in Latin America, all over South America, and to the rest of the world. Pray the campus. #PrayTheCampus.